Hello everybody, welcome back to some more sim racing system races. We are currently signed up for this GT3 race on Portimao. I actually got mixed up with the time. I thought I would come back with WDCC, but that was apparently the previous hour. So now it's GT3. We are again signed up with our beloved Porsche. There's 48 drivers signed in already. So let's see if we can hopefully improve our previous result. If you're racing as well, there's still time to sign up for this race. All the instructions how to get sim racing system up and running you can find in the description of this video. Yeah, it's gonna be the same tracks all week until the next round of the championship that starts next week. That is the idea. If you're racing as well, feel free to join me on Discord. I'll be in the voice channel. If you want to join me, then we can have a chat during the race. $50 drivers now. Awesome. This is gonna be fun. You still have a little bit more than 5 minutes to register if you want to make this race. And if not, just enjoy the stream or sign up for the next race in line. Yeah, but Turka, those drivers, they will be split into, I think we have 50 drivers. It should be 4 splits already, or 3 splits. That is a very good idea, Zephyrbox. You can always do that. Hi Chris. Can't see the cars in the car selection. Then you need to go to the website Sim Racing System and go to your profile, use the control panel, and then edit profile and disable the RE content detection. It still seems to be a little bit flawed, so best is to uncheck it, and then it's up to you to know if you own the content or not that you're about to race. So just uncheck this option right here and you should be fine. Thanks, Vangelis. Pretty good races from yourself earlier today. Good luck to you as well. Ah yeah, that can happen. That can happen. I made some stupid mistakes today as well. Gave away a potential win in the TT Cup race earlier. So, but luckily we can just jump into the next race and try to improve our result. Hi Brian. Five minutes left for you to register if you want to. And then in 7 minutes we'll join onto the server. So I've been corrected by Henrike. The splits are generated partially by your rating and also partially by your previous result in that particular championship. So maybe if we already have a podium now, we might be able to make it into one of the higher splits. Brussels, I'm using a TS-PC Racer wheel with the Ferrari 599X Alcantara add-on wheel. Hey Matze, yes, I'm back again. Yeah, so I was just doing a WDCC race before the stream started because I mixed up the times. And I joined a bit late. There was only 1 minute left in the quali, so I had to start from the back. Still managed to finish 5th, I believe. we can actually go and check the standings in WTCC. If we click on races here, then we can see that we have participated here. Now, I don't know why there's always... Okay, there's results from split 1, 2 and 3. I believe we were in 2. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we were in 3. Or was it 1? Maybe it was 1. Must be. Yeah, so there we were. Okay, I take it, since we already had a good result in WTCC, we were put into the first split. But sadly we missed the quali. I was a bit late to the party, and so we started from the back, finished 5th. Pretty happy with that. Again, Dejo Shoki, I'm probably mispronouncing the name, but he is really damn quick. He won that race with a 7-second gap. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, plenty of good drivers here on the sim racing system. But the good thing is there are multiple splits, so there's a high chance, if enough drivers sign up, that you're gonna race with drivers of a similar skill than yourself. Let's head back to the race page. 2 minutes left to sign up. We have 67 drivers. Fucking awesome. Excuse the language. It's gonna be demonetized instantly, this video. But what needs to be said needs to be said. It's really so cool that we finally have this structured online races in sim racing system with RaceRoom. So 1 minute to go, then registrations will be closed when the countdown reaches 5 minutes. Again, very international grid. Love to see that. Let's see what kind of result we can get this time. What was the last race we did here on Portimao? That was 6 o'clock. I think I was in split 2. Oh yeah, I did win that race, that's right. But now maybe we'll be in split 1, and then that means we can score higher points for the championship. Hopefully, cross your fingers that we will be in split 1. 70 registered drivers. Brilliant, guys, love it. So we'll do a couple of races this evening. I think after GT3 is DTM 92. Or was it TT Cup? One of those. So we'll definitely do this one and then maybe 3 more races or so. 2 or 3 more. I definitely would like to get in one of the F4 races. But that schedule is a little bit off. Okay, we have this one. So these times are actually... they are 1 hour off. They are GMT, I guess. Not CET. So this one starts at 8 o'clock my time, then this is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Let's see if we can get so far as to the Formula 4 in Silverstone. I really would like to join that. I don't think the iRacing guys have a reason to get nervous. They have a loyal fan base. But I mean, it's gonna be hard to justify to pay so much money as people do to stay in iRacing. if sim racing system is literally almost giving you the same for free. I know what my choice is. Hey Ralph, see you on track. Well, there's a race every hour, Mark, and there's 6 championships, and they always alternate. So first you have TT Cup, Formula 4, then you have GT3, DTM92, and then it starts again. It's a cycle, so it cycles through all the championships. So we will hear a signal every second now that we will be able to join. There it is, and now we click join. We find the Steam pop-up who's always hiding here, we click OK, and then we're good. Yeah, so far the WTCC race I started all the way from the back and every single car made it through turn 1 clean. I think I need to make a video of that just to prove why you should be racing on sim racing system. Hey Billy, awesome! Maybe I'll see you in the next race if you have time. So click through that screen and then you don't need to click anything and it will just load you up onto the server. Hope you, glad you enjoy the music. Okay, so the setup is still the one we had from previously, yeah.
Pit exit's clear.
Still a bit difficult for me to figure out in which split I'm actually racing.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
It would be nice if there was an indication in the system somewhere. But I'm assuming this one is split 1 because we already had a good result in the second split earlier. And as I just learned, that is being considered when it decides which split you're racing in. So it's partially your rating and partially your previous result within the championship. So if you had a good result in split 2, then there's a good chance you will drive in split 1 the next time, unless there's too many other good drivers. So very short practice and then we will have 10 minutes of quali and there's always 20 minutes of race. I'll try to be a little bit more focused on my driving this time. During the race at least. Hi Knick. Okay, practice is about to run out. So let's have a look here. Is it split 1?
That's the end of the session. P1.
It might be split 2. Not sure. So, waiting for a few players to still load onto the server. Let's remove some fuel for quali. Yeah, exactly. It leans heavily on your championship points for the split. Welcome back, Jens.
Exit's clear. Push. We've got 9 minutes to do the business.
Let's do the business. So these will be our second races in the current round. If you're doing less than 5 races per round, then it takes your best result, and if you're doing more than 5 races, it takes the average of all your results. So let's try and get a win here. But if this is still Division 2, then we might need to do another one to get a Division 1 victory. If that's even possible, because there are some really quick drivers. So Portimao is a free track in RaceRoom. If you're new to RaceRoom, you can't buy this track, it's free with the download. All you need to participate here is you need one car, the car that you are racing. Whoopsie. I said I wanted to focus more on the driving, right? Next lap done. Yeah, really great indeed, Brussels. I hope this is not just the first day when it's out, but I hope we'll keep those numbers that high for the future to come. Okay, now let's focus for a lap here. Need a good quali position. Turned in a bit early here.
The leader has just done a 143.82.
Gets very nervous, the car here.
The guy ahead has just done a 144.86. Left rear tyre looks a little hot.
I was early on the brake, late on the throttle.
Just done a 146.91. New fastest lap for Garland, 143.05. Okay, George, you've used half your fuel.
Oh, let's not get this lap invalidated as well.
Remaining, 5 minutes left. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yeah, not 100% on the limit this lap. Let's see, what is it good for? Nice.
P1, that lap was a 142.19 pole position. That puts you 0.9 quicker than second place.
See if we can improve still. That was a good one. That was not so good. Anyway, whoa, somebody came close. Oh no. Yeah, half a second. It's definitely a beatable time, but I'll just leave it at this and rather ask the crew chief to calculate fuel for 25 minutes.
We think about 36 litres.
Right. That should be enough. Let's save that. Yeah, I'm running with the lowest preset in traction control. Some of those corners might require a little bit more traction control. Or just a little bit more patience on the right pedal. Yeah, that last corner is tricky, because you don't really see the entry, but you need to be really quick through that one. I would say that, what did we drive, 42? Well, I'm pretty sure the top guys are gonna go sub 40, 139s, probably even quicker. But that requires a lot of practice and a lot of laps to go that quick, at least for me. I know I could improve this time definitely by half a second with a few more laps, but it's good enough, I guess. Hey Balint. Yeah, highly recommend it.
2 minutes to go.
Highly recommend everyone checking out Sim Racing System. Go on there, register an account, it's all free. You can download the app for RaceRoom, install it, go through the installation process, and you're good to sign up for all these races. So we had, what, 70 something drivers trying to get in this race? Fantastic. It's probably gonna be 3 splits, or is it more? No, it might actually be 4 splits. Yeah, still not sure which split I'm actually racing in until after the race when I can look at the results. But it doesn't appear to be split 1, I think. But we're gonna keep improving our rating, keep improving our championship results, and then I guess pretty soon we're gonna race in split 1. I'm not so fast, Josh. If you consider that this is probably split 2 or 3. In split 1, the top guys, I'm pretty sure they are doing even quicker lap times. I can show you my setup if you want. I don't know if it's so good for this track though. Lacks a little bit of traction. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pick the BMW Indy 90s DTM race coming up next as well. We're on Zolder with DTM 92. Should be a good track for the BMW.
Checkered flag, P1.
Okay guys, jumping directly into the race now. We should be good on fuel if the crew chief didn't lie to us. So let's do this. Hey Keith. Yeah, the gloves are definitely key for going fast. I'm thinking about getting a new pair. There's a hole inside this one. I don't know if you can see this. It ripped apart here. And down here as well. They are a bit tight, but you know, they need to be tight. But maybe I'll get the same ones again, but in white maybe. Other than karting, no Brussels. Unfortunately not.
You're in pole.
Alright, let's
green.
go.
Go, go, go. "20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left."
Definitely need to avoid those sausage curbs, otherwise you might just roll your car.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Whoa, that was the wrong button, that was the speed limiter. I was looking for traction control.
Sector 1
I'll
is
try
clear.
with 10% instead of 5.
Nice one, George. Good start.
So it's Porsche 1, 2, 3, nice.
Garland is reeling you in. The gap's now 0.5.
Okay, focus on the track though now. Don't wanna give away another victory by being distracted. Small tap on the brake and hope to hit the apex. Avoid the sausage. That's what she said, not. Kinda difficult to find the braking point here. Didn't see any brake markers. Maybe I just looked in the wrong place. Carefully close to that sausage again.
Sector 2 is yellow. We think that Lopez has binned it.
That low downforce setup in the Porsche can be quick, but it's also quite tricky in the race.
Sector 2 is clear.
Who knows, might be able to take this corner flat out actually. If you hit it just right. I think that should be possible.
Well done, George. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. You've just done a 1:43.12. That's the fastest lap of the race. Sector 1 is yellow. It looks like Parkinson has spun off.
The only thing better than a Porsche 911
Garland behind is increasing. It's now 2.0 seconds.
is the Porsche 911, tuned by Manta Racing. Man. Maybe use a little bit more traction control still.
Your left rear is hot. Sector 1 is clear.
I don't know why I'm pushing so hard though. I think we should be good to drive this race home easily without pushing too hard. Let's try this flat out.
This is good. Keep banging out them lap times.
No,
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
Not quite. Oh man, slow down.
Come on, track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Didn't quite work flat out. Maybe the line was not perfect, but close to perfect. I think it just needs a little lift or tap on the brake. Oh yeah, there are brake markers all the way on the right side on the fence.
Okay, George, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Yeah, well, Garland isn't exactly slow. But hopefully we are able to stay ahead of him. If we just stay focused and don't make a mistake. Let's not push too hard in that last corner again. Avoid another slowdown. Yeah, small tap on the brake does it just fine.
You're in the lead.
Hold your nerve together, yeah. Let's just try to drive clean and no mistakes. Not push it too far. just a very small tap on the brake to shift the weight to your front axis, so you have enough grip for the turn-in. I still think you could take it flat out if you're on point.
Okay, George, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. That's the fastest lap. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. It looks like Parkinson has stacked it.
But you know the old saying that a good horse only jumps high enough to clear the obstacle. It sounds better in German.
Sector 2 is clear.
Good horse only jumps as high as it has to jump. That's how it goes.
This is brilliant. Keep it up. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go. Alright, George. You're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
Played too much Supercross the game lately. Need to practice some more in the race room, because next weekend we're gonna have first round of the VLAN Championship, and the Monday following that round 3 of the Porsche Cup.
142.92. Parkinson has retired.
Thoughts on purchasing VR? Well, I don't know, have you tried it yet? I'll definitely try it first before you purchase it. So at least you get an expectation of what the resolution currently is like, because it is not a super high resolution. But I mean, VR is awesome. Gives you a very good experience, but
that's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
I don't really like it for serious sim racing so much, because some of those races are like 90 minutes long or 60 minutes long. And I really don't like the idea of wearing a VR headset for that amount of time. And then there's of course the issue of, you know, starting to sweat. You know, some people sweat more than others. But if I'm working hard behind the wheel for a 60-minute race, I'm definitely going to sweat. And if you can't,
Sector 3 is yellow.
If the sweat below the headset, you know, gets in your eyes and stuff like that, it's not very good. So for serious sim racing, I prefer a monitor, just more comfortable. But for a nice experience racing in a sim with a VR headset, it's definitely awesome. But I wouldn't use it every single time that I sim race. Some people do, and yeah, if you can bear wearing a headset like that for a certain amount of time, good for you. I guess it really depends on, you know, your preference or your...
Yellow flag in Sector 2. V3 has gone off.
Oops. Come on, focus again. 7 minutes to go. Under normal circumstances, we should have this race under our belt, hopefully. If we don't do anything seriously stupid. Turned, you missed the GT3s. Well, I guess DTM is next.
Nice one, George. You're
DTM
looking
92.
really good. Come on, keep your focus. You're leading. We're quickest at the moment.
Or was it TD Cup? One of those. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sign up for a race after this one. I don't know which one yet. If there's 2 different options, I might just do F4 because I haven't done that one yet. But I guess we will sign up wherever there's more drivers registered at that moment. So I'll just decide after this race in 5 minutes. Yeah. Coming back to the VR topic, yeah, some people do get used to it just fine. But, you know, depends on what kind of person you are.
That's 5 minutes remaining. We can win this. You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
If you can race 60 minutes without even breaking a sweat, then either you're not going fast enough, or it's, yeah, I guess it's just different from person to person. Some sweat more than others. I tend to sweat quite a bit if I'm working out behind the sim wheel.
Green flag, sector 2. The gap to Garland behind is now 1.4 seconds.
I was born in Italy, yeah. I did not grow up in Germany. I did grow up in Italy. But there's a region in Italy called South Tyrol, which is very close to the Austrian border. It used to be part of Austria until after World War I, where it became Italian. So there's a big portion of the people living there that are speaking German, or at least some kind of German. And yeah, that's where I'm from. And I did move to Sweden, wow, it's already 6 years ago now. So my native language is German. I learned Italian in school. I do understand Italian pretty well. I can speak a little bit of it, but I haven't used it much in the recent years. I keep forgetting. It used to be better, my Italian. So
that's good consistency. Keep it up.
yeah. This is why you can probably hear my German accent when I speak English. You know, I'm in a weird situation because my German isn't exactly perfect because of the dialect that we speak where I come from. And I do on a daily basis speak English every day in the office here in Sweden, so I'm starting to forget some of the German words as well.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
So right now I'm in a situation where my German isn't really good, my English isn't that good either, my Italian starts to fade away, and my Swedish is basically non-existent. So I know a lot of languages, but none of them really at a great level. Although I'm exaggerating a bit because of course my German is pretty good, fairly good. It is my native language. It's just that the German that we speak where I come from sounds more like Swiss German. Well, not exactly, but more Austrian than German. If you're from Germany, then you probably know what I mean. So we are about to start the last lap.
One more lap to go. Stay focused.
Yeah, very international. I'm a German-speaking Italian living in Sweden, speaking English on a daily basis. Yeah, Bavaria. That's actually quite close to the dialect or accent that we speak, where I come from. Swiss German is worse though. That sounds super funny, even to a guy like me. Yeah, so this race was pretty chill. Never really was under a lot of pressure. Actually had the time a little bit to chat with you guys during the race. And this is also what I like about sim racing system. It is sort of serious business, but also it's not that serious. Like I'm taking my leagues seriously, where I actually do practice to be competitive. Sim racing system, I still just jump in and do the races. Maybe when the championship gets closer to the end, maybe I'll have to practice a little bit. If I'm close to getting the victory of the championship, then it might be worth it. But for me right now, it's like a mix of casual racing and organized racing. So yeah, very fun. We'll see now when we quit back into the Sim Racing System app what is gonna be next. Either DTM or F4, I guess. Yeah, thank you everyone. Good race everybody. I wonder what split this was. I reckon it was split 2. Yeah, currently road to split 1. I should have put that in the title of this stream. Thanks Mikael, thanks Darcy, thanks Zephyrbox, thanks John. And also the cool thing about sim racing system is that it forces you to race these combinations that you usually don't race so often. Like for example Portimao, I haven't been on this track for a while. But yeah, it's finally putting all the content we have in RaceRoom to a very good use. Taking those screenshots of the Porsche podium. It's an all Porsche podium. So now we're gonna just exit here. And back out here. Back to desktop. And then we're going back onto the race tab here. I don't know, I haven't had any idiots so far on any of my races. Right, so I don't see any F4, so that means we're gonna register for DTM 92. And we're gonna pick the BMW original parts livery. And boom. Yeah, I mean it can get a bit tricky if you're being put in a split with drivers that are much slower than you. I had an experience of that earlier when I was racing in Monza, and the guy wouldn't accelerate out of the corner. I was going on the throttle like normally, and I hit him in the rear, but only because he wasn't going as quick as I expected or anticipated. That can be a bit tricky, yeah. But that's why we are on our road to Split 1, where we will ultimately spend all our time in, hopefully. So Knick, what's your problem exactly? You have the app installed, you click on the app, you register for a race, you click join, and then it boots R2E, but it doesn't load to the server. Is that the problem? Are you sure you removed all the launch options from Steam and put it in your SRS profile instead? Because that you need to do. If, for example, you're using VR or triple screen launch options on Steam, which as you know, if you are using them, that is here under properties, general, set launch options. This here has to be empty. So that means if you are using the VR or the triple screen or any other launch option, grab it from here, copy it, delete it in here in Steam, and then, hey, what's going on here? You go to Sim Racing System, to your profile, user control panel, edit your profile. Hey, it seems like Sim Racing System is getting too much traffic from RaceRoom users. Seems to be a bit slow or timing out here. Anyway, and then you go down here to RRE command. This is where you add your parameters. Like I'm using this one, -rep system debug. This one shows you if you have an incident during the race. It shows you like a chat message. Yeah, it looks like Sim Racing System is currently a bit unstable. I can only guess that it's because a lot of people are currently accessing it. Or he is working on something, who knows. But that's what I just mentioned, the launch options or commands, whatever you want to call them. That could be the reason why it's not loading you onto the server. So make sure you go to Steam, RaceRoom Racing Experience, right click Properties, under General, set launch options, click here and make sure this is empty. If you have a launch option in here, as I just explained, put it in your SRS profile. Okay, so it works if it's on both, but yeah, but it does not work if it's only Steam. So definitely put those options into your SRS account profile. Yo guys, if you wanna do some more races, and feel free to join me on Discord if you wanna have a chat. Yes, exactly, -rep system debug. That way you will see when you hit a wall, it will tell you collision, 1 incident point. But don't get confused with the incident points, because those are not being used by SRS. SRS is only looking at the amount of incidents you had, not at the different severities of higher impacts, lower impacts and stuff like that. That is something that we are working on for our own ranked multiplayer system, which will hopefully be being worked on again very soon. Hey, 850, nice, that's almost a record number. Yeah, pretty awesome that it's so busy. I love it. There's only 27 drivers here though. What's going on, guys? Come on. Maybe some are split, maybe some are doing the TT Cup race. Actually, let's go here again. What happens if I quit here? Then it should take me back to the main selection. Let's see, maybe we'll join another race. Nope, Daniel, I don't know what that means. Where are you seeing that? No, I'm not from Bavaria. I'm a bit further south of Bavaria. There is Germany, and then there is Bavaria, and then there is Austria, and south of Austria there is South Tyrol, the most northern region of Italy. That's where I'm coming from. So let's go back here to the race tab. This is not the race tab, this is the schedule. Oh man, I think we're crashing SRS. Too many people online? Is that possible? That is crazy, man. Let me start it up one more time here. Yeah, I think SRS is currently having some problems. Maybe it's the servers acting up, or maybe there's too many people online. I can't imagine that being the problem though. Yeah, no, there's only 5 registered here, so we're definitely gonna race DTM92. Click register again. Pick delivery. Select and hope that SRS is gonna stabilize itself. This reminds me a lot of the registrations of the RRVLN when we opened the signups for the RaceRoom VLN League. There were 200 people clicking refresh on the race app page so often that the page crashed. We had 72 grid spots to give away or to fill, and so many people were interested in joining that they crashed the website for the registrations. It was a bit sad for those who couldn't make it because of that, but you know, it's also a bit funny though. It's a very good problem to have if so many people want to join your league that they crash the website. You're from Albania. Greetings to Albania. I reckon you speak German, judging by your nickname. Gamer Brudi. Yeah, I mean, iRacing, obviously, they have worked on many years on optimizing their system. It's not flawless either, though. And SRS is definitely a very good option right now. I don't know what you mean by channels like in Assetto Corsa, but longer races might be an option. I don't know, it's really up to the admins of SRS, which is only really one guy who decides everything. So you can always try to persuade him on the forums if you have suggestions on what you would like to see in terms of content and race options and stuff like that. I highly suggest that you will let him know on his forums. More slots next seasons? You mean more than 20 per split? Because we have 80 slots divided into 4 splits, so I mean, that's pretty good though. Pretty good. And the advantage of smaller grid sizes per split is, of course, also that your chances to be put in a split with players with a similar skill level than yourself is bigger than if there's bigger grid sizes. So in terms of matchmaking, it's actually not a bad idea to limit it to 20. I guess it's better to have 2 splits with 20 each than 1 split with 40 drivers, you know. Mark, I don't know. what the problem is. I could only imagine that it's down to the server problems SRS seems to have at the moment. Or yeah, or that. Maybe there's any other software conflicting. Hi Jack Deck. So we got 5 minutes until registrations close in this one. Yeah, that might be an option in the future, Brussels, although I don't know if I want to commit. I already committed to do 2 different leagues. I'm racing in RaceRoom VLN Division 1 and 2, which means I race every other week. And then I'm racing in the Porsche Cup at Virtual Racing. So I already have Saturday, Sunday, Monday pretty much booked for online racing, even though if it's only every other week. But yeah, let's see what the future brings. Sim Racing System definitely is interested in hosting series with YouTubers. So we'll see. The most beautiful Formula 1 car in 2018. Well, we haven't seen many so far. I quite like the Mercedes. It's quite slim. I mean, they all look kinda the same anyway. The Alfa Romeo Sauber looks pretty nice. I like the livery. Could be a little bit more red to my taste. Yeah, it's cool, Whippy. SRS should provide exactly that. There is a race every hour for you. I just hope that the numbers will continue to be as high as they are now. I mean, obviously it's the first day and everybody is trying it out, so it's probably a little peak in numbers. It will probably go down a little bit, but I will definitely keep racing on the Sim Racing System, and I hope you guys will do so as well. Blank card selection. Well, it's weird, I never had that. I don't know why that is. I already told you to uncheck the content detection option in your profile, and if you did that, then I don't know what else could be the reason. Maybe some third-party software that interferes, I don't know. But I would suggest that you let the people know on the forums, the Sim Racing System forums. If you go to, actually you can go from here, if you click on support and then forum, I don't know if there's a dedicated section for bug reports, and if not, then yeah, probably go just on the RaceRoom app and post your feedback in here, and I'm sure he will look into it. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Mark. That's weird. Oh, we get a buddy request here. That is, where is that? Buddy ignore list here. Yeah, definitely report your feedback to Sim Racing System on the forums. Oh, there is a bugs and troubleshooting forum. Alright, so go there then. Yeah, the only thing that iRacing currently has on top of what Sim Racing System offers is this progression system, where you start in a lower class and you earn your licenses as you increase your reputation and or your rating. But yeah, I mean that makes sense if it's fully focused on one title and its content and it has its user base. But Sim Racing System is I think it's slightly more casual than iRacing, because you can race anything that is on offer right away, which is also a good thing, you know. So you don't have to grind through endless rookie class races to get to the content that you want to race. But on the other hand, I also like the aspect of having a progression, and gives more meaning, you know, to your results and your increased rating. And I think that's also what we want to do in RaceRoom with our own ranked multiplayer system, is that everybody starts in the lower classes, in the rookie classes, and you have to earn your spot, for example in GT3 or whatever class it is in the top tiers. So we are waiting for this countdown to reach 5 minutes. That's when registrations are being closed. So if you still want to register, now is your time. You got still 2 minutes. And once this reached 3 minutes, that's where we're going to join the race, the server. Yes, Mark, I agree. That is correct, Ravenous Beast. They have one GTO car though, the Audi. Is that the only one they have? Anyway, guys, I'll take a quick break and be right back with you.
Church. You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit and you know it.
And we're back. We see please wait, so we should see a join button in a minute. I think SRS has quite a few servers. He'll be fine, I think. Yeah, RaceRoom has a lot of content. We actually have a quite nice ladder in each of the different disciplines, like GT racing, touring car racing, historic racing, formula racing. We have at least 4 tiers in each of these categories, so it would make sense, in my opinion, to offer a similar progression system. Here we go. Click join, confirm Steam. Any more news about UE4 on RaceRoom or GT3? No, I have no news for you. I'm not really in the loop of these things. Not 63 Studios is not that involved in GTR3, which is made by Simbin in the UK. Other than, oh, no response from server. Whoa, what is that? Let's try again. It says here in this note, if for some reason when you press join you do not enter the server, press race in the menu above to refresh the page and join again. So that's what we're gonna do. I hope it works now. Wow, never seen this one before. JavaScript alert. Interesting. Let's see if it works now. I have my doubts. It appears that SimRacing system is currently either under a lot of load or has some server issues. Let's see if this works now. No response from server. That's a bummer. Gonna try one more time to refresh this page. And try one more time. But this error message doesn't look very good. We'll try again one more time here. Could it be that there's just too many people on SRS right now? Or it's just another server issue? Servers can be a bit unreliable at times. Yeah, this is not looking good. Nope, no response from server. That's a bummer. Well, all we can do is try again, but I'm skeptical. This error message is weird. If it doesn't work now, we can try to launch the SRS app one more time. Close it and launch it again. Turning it off and on again sometimes helps. If not, then maybe we'll try our luck in a different race. Server crashed. Okay, well, shit happens, I guess. Which means, I guess we are gonna try our luck in the next race again. And we hope that the server problems will be resolved by then. So we're just gonna back out of this and might as well just close the app altogether and launch it one more time and see what happens then. I can tell you how many people are in RaceRoom right now. We can see that on this Steam page here. 826. Well, that's quite a lot. Our all-time peak is 930. Our 24-hour peak is 852. which is not bad, but it's not an all-time record. So I'm still in here though, but I guess there's no point in trying this server because it appears to crash. How do I quit from this race then? Do I just go to the race page? But this is the race page. And if I click back, it just takes me here. Well, I guess we can try one more time, but it's gonna be the same again, I guess. Hi again, Andreas. Yeah, that is the thing. If you sign up for a race and you don't enter it, there are consequences to that. But if it's the server fault, then there is no race. I don't know if that has a consequence on the rating. But I would like to just unregister from this race now. Can I do that somehow? I don't know how. If I click back, it just brings up the title screen. And if I go to the race tab, this is what I'm seeing. Well, I think it's just due to the server crashing, but we'll try again our luck for the next race. Yeah, but we are 5 minutes before start, aren't we? It's even less than 3 minutes, otherwise there wouldn't be a join button. So, but I'm just guessing that the join button will disappear as soon as time ran out. Oh, before start of the race. Yeah, that's right. Not before start of the server. I gotcha. We can check out the schedule in the meantime. So when it says 23:11, that would be 10 my time. So that's in an hour, the next race. That's right, in 55 minutes. I guess we're gonna try and register for this one, if we can. Okay, I'm refreshing, and here we are. Right, so, well then, let's register for this race. We have an hour to bridge though until the next race. So maybe I will, in the meantime, just... Oh, did it register? Let's give it a second here. Try one more time. Now we're in. So in the meantime, why don't I show you the replay of the earlier race? Of the WTCC that I did in Monza. Yeah, shit happens. You know, servers can be a little bit unreliable sometimes. Now, I don't know if it was because there's so many people online, or if it's just a random server crash. Yeah, the TT Cup is tricky, especially on the brakes, but it's also a lot of fun. Yeah, Assetto Corsa has a TT Cup as well. But you know, we have Philip Ellis, who won the championship in the TT Cup, in the real TT Cup last year. We had him on the team developing the physics for the TT Cup in RaceRoom. And he said he tried it in other sims and they are not even close to realistic, if you believe him. And I mean, who else would you believe than the TT Cup champion from last year? So guys, check this out. Started last in Monza. And now look closely at turn 1. Let's maybe go a little bit further here. Look at that. Everybody made it through turn 1 clean. That is awesome. So let's jump back to my car. Oh, the quick chat options, those are actually not working. I don't know why they still are in the menu. This was the incident I was talking about earlier. I was just trying to go on the throttle normally coming out of that corner, but this guy somehow, yeah, he missed the apex, or he was a little bit offline here and lost all the speed. And I was just going my normal pace, and unfortunately I rear-ended him. I'm sorry for that. Clem, sorry for that, but you were so slow coming out of that corner, I did not expect that. I was lucky that I could stay on the throttle in my car and save it from an almost spin here. So that's the good thing about front wheel driven cars. If you're going sideways, just hit the accelerator and it's gonna straighten out itself. So yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, but couldn't really avoid it. My wallpaper? That's just a photograph of a corner of the Nordschleife. Maybe I can upload it sometime. Actually, SRS has a Discord as well, so I don't know if is anybody on there right now. No, there's only one guy in the Assetto Corsa channel. But you know, feel free to join me on Discord. So you don't need to chat via text during the races, we can just have a voice chat. Camera controls, those are actually the free camera options that you can bind in control settings, secondary functions. There is one button for the free camera, so if you press that it goes into free camera mode. Then you can bind keys to move the camera front, backwards, up, down, left, right. You can also zoom in and zoom out. You can also tilt the camera. Then there's another button that makes the camera go slower and faster. So you have a lot of options. And then if you're with a car, you can press the free camera up button once. Then you will be in this mode where you are traveling with the car, but you can still move around it. So that's pretty cool. You can create all sorts of onboard cameras this way. And then if you press the button one more time, then you're still traveling with the car here, but you will see now in the corner, I'm not touching the keyboard now, but you can see that the car is rotating in front of the camera, so this is sort of like an orbit type cam. It's really helpful if you want to make video footage. I like this camera a lot. Hey Alex, how's it going? Are you racing tonight, or you want to join us on some SRSing, sim racing system? Well, it's not that complicated. You just need to bind those buttons. Then you can use it however you like. And then if you press the button again, that's the third option of the free camera, which is not attached to the car. So here you can just move wherever you like. And also another thing that you might not know is if you in the replay, if you press Control and use the arrow buttons, you can use that to fast forward or backwards. So let's pause it here, then we can zoom in on wherever we want and then resume the playback. So this is what I use for screenshots. I go in a replay, right, and then I'm in this camera here where I can swing around the car. This is using the numpad, of course, if you don't know. You can swing around the car and then go into free camera, press the button, and then you can, if you press it 3 times, you can move around freely around the car, and then you can zoom in. This is where you get some really nice depth of field effect going. And then you can move it wherever you want and create a nice screenshot like that. That's very helpful for screenshots. What else can you do? Yeah, for example, if you are in the car, in cockpit, then you can also use the free camera to move it wherever you like if you want to create your custom onboard cameras. Of course it looks a bit stupid now because I don't have the driver model enabled, but yeah, you can even go on the make a roof camera like that. So yeah, I shouldn't have gone from there, from cockpit, but if you go from here into free camera, then you will have a windshield as well, which looks better. So, for example, you're gonna have a camera like this, like they often do in real life. Make sure it's tilted correctly. Adjust the field of view to whatever you like. This is very helpful when you make videos or screenshots. You can get any camera perspective that you like. Hey Dukey, how's it going? Oh, performance problems, that's not good. Well, you're streaming, that's probably why, huh? Sim racing system, yeah, it works fine, except that currently they have they had a server crash, so the next race is in about an hour, a little less than an hour now. So if you manage to get RaceRoom reinstalled, feel free to join us. Ooh, that's awesome perspective right there. Yes, the crew chief app can do that. If you have voice recognition enabled, then you can just ask calculate fuel for X amount of minutes or laps. can show you that actually if you don't know how that works. In the Crew Chief app, down here you have your available controllers, which is all your peripherals, and obviously you want that to be on your wheel. So if you don't see anything here, you can click here the button for scan controllers. Let's make sure you are seeing my desktop right now. Yes, you are. And then you have available actions in this next section, and what you want to assign to is talk to Crew Chief. So if you highlight that and then click on assign control, and then you just press that button that you want to assign that control on. And here, over here, I don't know if you can read this on the stream, but you have different options for voice recognition mode. By default it's disabled, I guess, but then you can have it so you have to hold the button, or you have to press and release the button, or that it's always listening. So I have it on press and release button, so I press the button once, and then I ask the Crew Chief whatever I need to know, and then he's answering me. So, 40 minutes still to go, man. That server crash was a bit unfortunate, yeah. But yeah, stuff like that happens. Well, I would just recommend to disable the content check. You know, if you know what you own, which you should know, or you just buy the premium pack and then you know that you own everything. But let's not forget, guys, this is the first week of Sim Racing System being out and available for RaceRoom. I'm sure he will look at all the feedback you guys have and potential issues and work hard to resolve them. But I think for most of the people it works just fine. A few guys are reporting problems, but I'm sure he will figure it all out. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's new for RaceRoom right now, so everybody is jumping on it and is trying it out. So of course the first day it's gonna be insanely popular, but I hope that we can keep those numbers or similar numbers than today. And I will definitely keep racing on Sim Racing System, and I hope you do as well. Yeah, that's good. Make sure to report your bugs and he will definitely look into it. Maybe it's because you have a media account, Dookie. Maybe that's the issue. Because that is treated slightly different than other drivers. I will definitely do another race, even though it's gonna be a while until it starts. It's another 40 minutes to go for this race, TT Cup on Hockenheim. But I would very much like to still do that one and stream that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the issue. Although if you have disabled the content check, then I don't know why it's still an issue though. Because obviously you do own the content, I guess. But all those things I'm sure will get sorted over the coming days, weeks, months. RaceRoom doesn't give you a rating, but Sim Racing System gives you a rating. And the rating in Sim Racing System is global, so exactly, those points come from previous races he has done in other titles, like Assetto Corsa for example. So all of us RaceRoom guys. We are new on SimRacer system, at least I am. So we are starting at the bottom. But that makes it interesting. Something we can aim for, improving our ranking. So yeah, we're on the road to Division 1 or Split 1. Oh yeah, what I also wanted to show you is, I don't know if you have the key enabled, no I don't, but you can also do tweaks to the field of view. If you go to manual, depth of field, not field of view, I always confuse those two. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is, to be honest, but maybe it's related to the server crashes, because the app stopped working for me altogether half an hour ago, for a brief moment. It seems to be working again now, hopefully. Yeah, I guess we did pretty well so far, even though I threw away a victory earlier and didn't win so many races actually. Only 1 or 2 so far. But yeah, there's definitely a few very good guys on the sim racing system. And yeah, I did not practice for any of these races. I've run pretty much default setup, except in the Porsche where I had a setup. In the TT Cup, WTCC and DTM, no, in DTM 92 I also had a setup, but in WTCC I didn't. Only thing I did was lowering the wing here for Monza. But we need to get into that split 1 so we can earn the big points for the championship. Ooh, that's me going on the inside in Parabolica. Can't get to the sign up screen. Why? What happens? You click on register, nothing happens, or? Ooh, that was close. I had to back out of this one though. I'm just behind that Volvo. Well, so far, for me, I didn't have any problems, except that server crash earlier. So everything worked fine for me. A few people have reported some issues, but you know, it's the first week, and I'm sure it will get sorted. But for the vast majority, it seems to work just fine. And I had really good racing so far. Here's me again going on to the inside into Ascari. And still side by side. Oh, and he went wide. Yeah, I'm really happy that it's finally available for RaceRoom. It's gonna be the perfect app to bridge over the gap until RaceRoom comes out with its own ranked multiplayer integrated system. But until then, Sim Racing System is definitely a very good option for a structured and somewhat organized multiplayer racing. Yeah, gained another position here. I think the Honda got a slowdown penalty. Yeah, with these features or these programs, it's always difficult to test it entirely. The guy said who was working on this that they did test it and they didn't have any of those problems that some of the people now do have. So just make sure to report your issues on the forum, and I'm sure it will be looked at and solved as soon as possible. Yeah, that's right, Racing. You can enter a command to your sim racing system profile. Let me show you that actually. If you go here to sim racing system, you go to your user control panel, edit profile. I don't know if you can see this on stream. Make it a little bit bigger for you, and you go down to RE command. This is where you enter this command. Let me actually post that in the chat for you. If you enter this command, then it will show you in game, just like a chat message, that yellow text in the top center of the screen. It will show you when you get an incident. So for example, if you go off track, or if you hit a wall, or if you hit a car and it's counted as an incident, then a message will appear. But don't confuse the incident points that are mentioned in that system here with what the sim racing system is using for incidents, because that's slightly different. This system that you can see with the rep system debug command is the one that we were working on for our own ranked multiplayer feature, and you get incident points for different things. In this one you get points for going off track, you get points for hitting a wall, you get points for hitting another car, and all those things you get more points if it's a more severe incident. So if you hit a car really hard, you get more points. If you hit it just slightly, you get less points. But that is not considered by the Sim Racing System app. The Sim Racing System app only looks at the amount of incidents, no matter how severe it is. Because of course Sim Racing System is using the same rating across all titles, and not all titles have that data. So he can't really use it because it needs to work for all titles. But it is something that we were working on for our own system that will probably be implemented as I just mentioned. So you can see when you hit a wall slightly, it will just maybe be 1 point. If you hit a wall really hard, it's gonna be 3 points. If you hit a car really hard, it might be 5 points. So that is something we are working on, but is not considered by the Sim Racing System app. Sim Racing System only looks at the number of incidents. And I think Sim Racing System only looks at collisions, that is collisions with Armco or wall, and collisions with other cars. I don't think off-track is counted as an incident in Sim Racing System. neither is losing control, or neither is standing still on track. Those are all things that are being recognized by our system, but it's not being used by SRS. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the case. Yeah, that is an issue, Oliver. I would report that. Probably somebody already reported that, but in the meantime you can just disable that content check option. That way you will see all the content, but then it's still up to you to know, do I own this car, do I own this track? Because you need to own it. If you don't own it, the system will still let you register. But then when you click join, obviously it won't load you onto the server because you don't own that content. So just be aware of what cars and tracks you do own, and what cars and tracks you might still need to buy. But for now, just, you know, if you know what you own, which you probably do know, then you might as well just disable the content check on the SRS side, because it seems to have still some issues. At least for some people. It works for some people, for others it doesn't. I don't know why that is, so I'm sure that will be figured out as well. But I would just disable it. I have it disabled. Well, the consequences in getting incidents is that you will have it will have an effect to your rating. To your rating. Your rating is partially your results. So if you win a race, you're gonna get a high rating. But if you win a race with a lot of incident points, your rating will not be as high. So it looks at incidents and results. So definitely the way to get the most points and the highest rating is to get the best results with the least amount of incidents. Yes, RaceRoom, I think that is correct. You can use VR and whatever else you would like. At least in theory. If it doesn't work, then it's a bug. But it should work. I think it was tested. So yeah, I guess this was race over here, yeah. Let's see, how much time is left? Still 25 minutes left. So you got still 20 minutes to sign up here for this race if you want. Currently 29 drivers registered. And also make sure that RaceRoom is not running in the background when you are about to click join. So if you had a previous race, for example, also always make sure to exit RaceRoom entirely before you join another race. But for now, let's watch another replay here, maybe of the TT Cup. That was also a fun race earlier today. Yeah, never go full Scott speed. I hope this race works now. I really enjoy driving the TT Cup. Whoops. Alright, so we started from row 1, P2. Don't forget when you're racing in the TT Cup that you have push to pass So you might wanna map that to your wheel or keyboard. Again, clean turn 1. Let's have a look at this corner right here. Yes, everything very clean, nice. Let's have a look at the hairpin, that's where usually the most action goes down. Hi Reto. My highlights or expectations for the 18th season. Well, I'm looking forward to the F1 to start again. Oh, there's some cars going off in the background here. But other than that, no big crashes here. Well, I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to any of the series starting again. Looking forward to see how the new WTCR is gonna pan out. And then it's gonna be the last season of Mercedes in the DTM. Let's see what happens in the future with the DTM. GT Masters has a pretty awesome grid this year as well. A lot of different manufacturers, including Ferrari, coming back to GT Masters, so that will be interesting as well. And the WEC apparently also has a lot of private teams, I guess, running this year. They have just been doing some tests. I think it was in Monza, wasn't it? Or some other track. But they were hitting like 250k. I don't know if that's new to WEC that they're going that quick, but they're calling it the super season in WEC. I don't know exactly why. There's not a whole lot of factory drivers or teams left anymore. So yeah, I think we had actually a pretty boring race until we made that big mistake. So let's go a little bit further down the grid. Maybe there's a little bit more action. Here, guys are going 3 wide. Honda NSX, yeah, that one is also joining, that's right. It will last 1.5 years, is that correct? Wow, I didn't even know that. That's interesting. Oh, that's right, didn't they want to be Le Mans to be the last race of the season? So, is that what they're gonna do now? Le Mans is like in the mid of the season, it's in June, right? Are they gonna do 2 Le Mans races in one season? No. In any case, I'm just looking forward to motorsport season to start again. The orange car, that's you? That's P Snake right here. Let's see if we can find you. Flynn. You sure you were in the right? In the same split? This one must be you then, or? Unfortunately, I do not see the names. I haven't have the replay overlays mapped. But let's go back here and do this. No, that's Snake. Griffiths. Not seeing you in an orange car. Hi Dominic. world scale in VR, you know that you can adjust it while in cockpit on the track, right? While being in game. Whoa, man, Shalai went a little bit wild here. You guys see that? First he knocked out one car and then another car. Let's see whose fault this actually was. Well, he did actually hold his line. It was more like Forster crossing him. So yeah, not really the yellow car's fault. But then he, yeah, got pushed into another car. That was a bit unfortunate. Whoa. And then Forster hit another guy. That was not your best move, Forster. But yeah, shit happens. Le Mans would be nice in RaceRoom. I don't like that track so much personally. But yeah, if you had all the Le Mans cars plus the track, I wouldn't mind that for sure. But Nordschleife is better, trust me. Yeah, still waiting to get it activated. Sometimes it can take a while, I guess. I mean, SRS is a one-man show, and probably has other things to do as well all day than activating accounts. But yeah, I hope for you that you're gonna get activated soon. See how much time is left. 15 minutes, so 10 minutes left still to register if you guys want. $100 cars per race, yeah, that would be awesome. It's a bit unlikely that that will be the case by next season, but I would certainly appreciate that. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I don't know, maybe the app crashing earlier put some people off. But yeah, shit happens. Also, we're now getting also past peak hours. Might just be the last race that we're gonna do tonight in this TT Cup. Because it's Monday again tomorrow. Man, that would be awesome, Nicholas. You can do it offline, you know. I mean, obviously, you would still need offline multiclass to be like a proper VLN. But it's gonna come. It's gonna come for offline racing, multiclass. I mean. And then you can just load any custom grid that you want on the Nordschleife and do a practice session and race through the traffic on Nordschleife with 100 cars. If you have a PC that can manage it. Well, you can always go on the leaderboard, Mikael. There you will not see SRS specific lap times, but you can get an idea of let's see if you can find it here, of what kind of lap times you need to do to be competitive. So you can just go here and type TT Cup. It's go with 16. And here Hockenheim. .147 is currently the top time. That's a good lap, I guess. But there's only 46 entries on this specific leaderboard, so maybe we can check TT Cup 15. It's a 48. Yeah, I guess if you're doing a 48, you should be quite competitive. Even better if you're doing 47. Maybe over the course of next week I can do a Zhuhai stream for you. And maybe I also talk to some other YouTubers so they can do a stream for you as well, or a video, whatever, on Zhuhai, which is a track coming soon for RaceRoom. Probably not already next week, but maybe the week after. It should be ready, hopefully. I don't want to promise though. But it's getting there. Well, like I said earlier, for me, sim racing system is somewhere in between public racing and league racing. Public racing, it's really casual. League racing, I try to be really competitive. I do practice for league races. And sim racing system is somewhere in between for me. I think it will just rather replace public racing for me. It will be my go-to for just doing a random race, basically. That doesn't really mean that I'm not gonna try my best, of course. I'll always try to do as good as possible. But I don't think I will do much practice, you know, for sim racing system. Whereas for the Porsche Cup and the RaceRoom VLN, I'm taking it very serious because I do want to win those championships. But in sim racing system, I don't really care so much that I spend my free time practicing. It's just a very nice opportunity for me to know there's a race scheduled at a certain time that I can just go on. And I know there will be people racing. It's fantastic for that purpose alone. And also, of course, it gives you a little motivation to improve your rating and to, at the end of the day, also to score well for the championship. So yeah, definitely gonna be intense. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. If you wanna keep up to date with the sim racing system races that we're gonna do. And also the RaceRoom VLN race starting next Saturday in Division 1. And then on Monday it's round 3 of the Porsche Cup, Porsche VR Cup in Oschersleben. So we won the first round, at least one of the races in Porsche Cup. So and we became second in both races the second round. So me and Marco Spiller, we are pretty equal currently in the championship in the VR Cup, in the Porsche Cup. But next week it's only round 3 of 10, so the championship is still long. And I hope that we can maintain the lead, but it's gonna be extremely difficult against Spiller, who is a super quick driver, very consistent driver, makes almost no mistakes. So I need to have full focus if I wanna manage to win against him. Let's see if Alex joins us on the Discord. So, 7 minutes to go. That means 2 more minutes if you want to sign up for the race. You better hurry if you want to still make it in there. I see Alexander Donin has registered, so that's cool. We're gonna have a tough race against him if we end up in the same split, so that's not sure. Yeah, Dookie, I will see if I can... depends on which build Zuhai is gonna be in next week, and which build you can get access to. Maybe we'll give you access to the WIP build so you can preview Zuhai for your viewers. I think that would be a good idea if we do that. Adelaide, yeah, would be a nice circuit as well. But we would need some V8 supercars to go along with that, don't we? Don't think there are many other serious racing there, are there? Probably some Asian or Australian GTs, Australian Porsche Cup probably, stuff like that. But you really want to see those V8 supercars bounce over the curbs in Adelaide. That's what it's all about. So, countdown is almost out of time. 20 seconds until registrations close. We have 37 people registered at the moment, so that means 2 splits, I guess. So we're gonna just quit RaceRoom right now.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. What happened earlier? You had some performance issues?
Yeah, sadly. I have no idea why, but
It's gotta be because of the streaming, or?
No, I didn't stream.
You didn't stream, okay.
That's why it's even more weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's better now.
Yeah, I guess so.
I see you did register for the TT Cup race.
Yep.
Did you install the latest app, or not that you're still running the beta app?
I installed the new one.
Okay.
But I have no idea how the whole thing works here.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. You already managed to register. I'm guessing you're not using any launch options and stuff like that on Steam?
Nope.
So that shouldn't be a problem. Just make sure once the join button appears now in a minute, after you click it, you need to check for that Steam pop-up on your desktop.
Ah, yeah.
You need to confirm that one, and then it should work if the server doesn't have a problem again this time. Earlier the server was crashing, but I'm hoping it's resolved now.
Okay, cool. So will there be 2 splits, or is it like 1?
I think it's at least 2, because we have 37 people signed up right now.
Okay.
You can see it in the red bar just above all the drivers. And yeah, I hope that we are ending up on the same split. It's
I hope so as well, because I have 0 points, I guess.
Might... let's see. I wasn't in the first split earlier on, so... Okay, join button appeared now here, so we're gonna click that one.
Yep.
Click the OK button on the Steam pop-up, and now RaceRoom is booting. Yeah, so guys, those of you who didn't notice, we've got Alexander Doneden here on Discord, who you might know as one of the esports drivers in RaceRoom. He was recently in... what's the town called down there?
Riyadh.
Riyadh, in the E-Race of Champions. So that's pretty cool. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Cool.
Really, really awesome. Yeah. To be there with all those real race drivers was crazy.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm really glad that you got that opportunity. It's really nice memory to make there.
Yeah. Hopefully I will be there next year as well.
Yeah. If they do it again next year, I guess they do.
Yeah, they will. Definitely. They were really, really happy with the event.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
The only question is, who are they gonna invite next year? Did they already mention that? What it takes to qualify to go there?
Probably they will do qualifier rounds, but I think they will also invite some drivers. Not sure. I think they don't even know about it themselves. They should do. But yeah.
So yeah, it managed to load me onto the server. No problem this time. Good.
No, I'm also on the server.
Cool. Are you running any
That's
setup
2
with your
minutes left,
TV Cup,
2
or
minutes.
is it all default?
I don't know. Yeah, turn off the traction control, I guess. I would increase the preload to 3. But I don't know really.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's see.
To win, I have a plus 0.1 and 0.
Sorry?
The toe in I have in the front, I have 0.1, and in the rear 0.
Oh, okay. You already have a setup.
No, this is default. So I don't know what you have.
Sure, this. You have minus in the front?
No.
Minus 2? Okay.
Plus 0.0. Plus 0.1.
Okay.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll just drive like this. I just want to be competitive with you. Are we even on the same server?
I don't know.
I'm checking. I don't see you, to be honest.
No, then probably not.
No, doesn't look like. I'm on the server with Lasse Oynes, Josh Flynn.
How many people are on your server?
19 currently.
19. 13 here.
Yeah, I guess.
Too bad. How long is the race?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay. Fuck is this? I cannot drive away.
That's the end of
The
the session.
first gear
You won.
What?
in the car, and I'm pressing the throttle, and it does nothing.
But do you see?
Like it's in neutral.
Okay.
Maybe because the session changed. I don't know.
I can drive. I don't know.
What the fuck? Is there something wrong with the...
Check in the advanced controller settings if your brake and throttle are mapped correctly.
Yeah, the throttle is working.
Okay, then I
Brake
bet
as
it's
well.
gonna start working.
Ah, there's a problem with the clutch. It's 100% for some reason.
Just remap it then.
Weird.
Which pedals are you using these days? Fanatec.
Yeah.
Push.
With
Okay,
the load
George,
circuit.
we've got
I
9
think
minutes
something
to settle
isn't
up.
working with the clutch. I will just delete it. Hopefully now it should work, I guess.
That's the Fanatic V3, right?
The Elite thing, CSL
Okay.
Elite.
Yeah, removing traction control might have been a good idea. Man, lost it on the brakes, almost hit the guy.
I think last time I drove this car was like half a year ago.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, that's the good thing about sim racing system. It just forces you to drive all sorts of cars,
Yeah.
if you choose to do so. So which car was it that you drove there in Riyadh? Like a KTM, or was it?
Mainly we drove the rock buggy.
Oh yeah, right.
We should drive or drove the KTM, but they had problems with the cars because on the bridge they bumped too much with the car, jumped too much with the car,
Okay.
and it destroyed the gearboxes.
Ouch.
And yeah, that's why
So
we
what's
didn't
that
use
buggy like to drive then?
Yellow flag. Yellow
crazy.
flag sector 2.
I think the weight is only 500 kilogram,
Yeah.
and it has those small tires on it, like
Like a go-kart,
Was-
almost.
no, yeah, but it's not a slick. It's like
Roofed.
yeah, I don't know how to call it. Like more like
Off-road tire almost.
off-road tire. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird to drive actually, but I really enjoyed it. It was super nice. Also, the engine was crazy, crazy loud, and high revs.
Nice.
Do
Do you shift in that car, or is it automatic, or?
Yeah, we had sequential gearbox, but we had to use the clutch as well. So it was a bit hard at the beginning because the clutch was really sensitive.
Sector 1 is
The
yellow.
throttle as well, but yeah.
It's gone off in turn 4.
Interesting.
Once you get used to it, it was really cool.
Nice, nice.
Daniel Fredrickson on the server.
Sector 1.
Okay.
You know that guy?
I think he also drove the Esports World Touring Car Championship
Aha.
in the first division. Yeah, he was really fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. All the RaceRoom guys are new to SRS right now, so some of them are even starting in the lower splits. So that's interesting.
So do we have a system here like in iRacing with off-track points and that kind of stuff, or?
Incident points, yes.
Yeah, incident
but you
points,
don't
yeah.
get incident points for going off track. I think you only get incident points for collisions, if I'm not mistaken.
That was 149.25. That's your fastest lap. You're currently 0.9 off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 149.81.
Okay, I did start my quali lap with way too much fuel. Man, but this guy, Le Petit, French guy, he's really quick. I did a couple of races against him already.
Okay.
And he is very quick indeed. But I'm just gonna give up for my quali session for now. And ask the crew chief to calculate fuel for 25 minutes.
We estimate 25 litres.
And he says 25 liters. That seems not very much. Let's put in 30. But he's probably right though. Although we didn't do many laps, so his calculations might be a bit off actually. Let's do 35 liters just to be sure. Yeah, I wasn't the smartest thing to do the qualifying with a full tank of fuel, but at least we have some places to gain during the race. Currently P5. Pole time here is a 48.3.
Okay.
Hi Hicks, how's it going?
Not too good. Driving like shit.
The guy behind has just
We
done
have
a
48.1 here.
149.38.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm on P2 now.
That's 2 minutes left.
Should be
2
fine.
minutes.
I'm gonna start in third row, but hopefully should be able to make at least a podium. Gap is not very big until P3. Lasse Oinas is on P2, half a second quicker than what we did in quali, but our quali was not the best.
Which position are you?
5 right now.
Ah, 5, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't check my fuel. I was starting with way too much fuel and didn't get a clean lap either. But it's
Yeah, I
okay.
also started with like 20 liters or something.
Yeah, I had 30 something. Actually, I'm not sure how it works in combination with Sim Commander, Hicks. That's a good question. I guess you need to try and find out. I did race Le Petit before, he is really quick. Ah, there you go. Leonard has the answers.
Do you only get incident points in the race or also in the quali?
I think so, I think it's only race.
Okay.
Not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure though.
Okay. Quali is over.
Yeah, we still got 20 seconds here on
The
the
guy
clock.
behind has just done a 149.34.
So how many liters we need
How many what?
of fuel? How many liters of fuel?
I'm starting with 35. It might be a little bit too much. 30 might be 30 might be enough, I think. The crew
okay,
chief
30.
suggested 25. but I
Checker
don't
flags
know.
out, P5.
Okay, race starts here. Don't forget to map your push to pass button.
Yep. Okay, race is starting here.
Good luck.
Thank you. Are there slowdowns on the server or anything?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
0 minutes. Okay, George, get ready. Go, go, go. That's 20 minutes to go. Start's okay. Let's get settled in. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is clear.
Somebody was very late on the brake. Into the hairpin.
Now available. 14. Activations left.
Ooh, had some interesting lines here by Borg. Yeah.
I think Fredrickson
Flag in Sector 3.
doesn't have
Keep it
push a
up.
pass
4.
in his controls.
I'm up to P4, but definitely looking at P3, maybe P2 hopefully.
I'm already on P1, but can't get away. I think something is wrong with my computer. I don't know.
Strange.
Performance is still, I mean, it's okay now, but still not really good.
Push to pass is available. 13.
Probably my
Activations
processor.
left. Push to pass is now available. 12. Activations left. Come on, keep digging. That last lap was at 148.91. Good lap. That's your quickest today. Green flag Sector 3.
Need to close that gap, so I'm in the slipstream of P3.
Okay, push to pass is now available. 11 activations remaining. Okay, George, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Push to pass is now available. 10 activations left.
I'm spamming my push to pass button. Only 9 left.
Reeling OENS in. The gap is 1.1. That lap was at 147.98.
I have 10 left.
Okay, push to pass is now available. 9
8.
activations left.
Catching up though.
Push to pass is available. 8 activations left. Alright George, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Very good racing. I like it. So very good cars for close racing. Hey, that was 2 in 1 go, nice.
Push to pass is now available. 7 activations remaining. Good stuff, keep it coming. Yellow flag in sector 2. We think that Erchheim has gone off in the hairpin. Green flag, sector 2. Erchheim has just retired.
I think the leader made a mistake. Not a big one though.
Now 0.42. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P2, you've just done a 149.23.
How many races you did already?
Like 6 or 7 in total.
Really? Okay.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Push to pass is available. 6. Activations remaining. That's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
We are up to pace with the leader, but we cannot really catch him.
Do you drive over the curb in the first corner? On the inside?
No.
No? Why not?
Yellow flag sector 2.
I don't know. Makes the car jump too much. I drive over the curb,
If
but
you-
not over the sausage.
Yeah, you can do that with this car, actually.
Yeah.
But it's the only one, yeah. Because the ride height
Ahead
is
now 3.7 seconds.
high enough for the start. But you have to like hit it perfect,
Yeah.
so the car doesn't jump too much. They do it in real life as well.
Okay, push to pass is now available. 5. Activations left.
Do you keep it in 5th gear to that first corner? Wow.
I'm not too sure, but I think so, yeah.
Man, I'm struggling with Lasse, he's coming
Your
back.
left front's hot.
Well, I'm pretty alone here.
Yeah. Just keep racing, keep improve your rating. You'll be in split 1 in no time.
Don't let this guy distract you.
Yeah, an SU championship would be fun on sim racing system, I'm sure.
Which championship?
NSU. You know the small NSU Prince? Oh no, I gotta fucking slow
this
down.
guy.
George, track
No,
limits, come on.
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
push to pass is now available. 4. Activations left.
I really
Keep
need
pulling away.
should stay
Gap
focused
behind is
here.
now 3.9. The next car is Owines.
Venus. Like how the crew chief pronounces his name. Okay, 6 minutes to take the position back. We can do this. too cheeky around the outside. Oh boy. Not sure why he lifted there, but okay.
Five minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
But if I remember right, good pace was 50, 40, 46, something.
47 is the best on the leaderboard right now.
Okay. Who drove it?
Okay, George, you've got
Know
half
that?
your fuel left.
I don't think it was a very known name, so I'm pretty sure you could
Push the
do
fastest available.
46s.
3 activations left.
There was not a lot of people on the leaderboard. It was wiped with the last physics update.
They got also updated?
Well, they got updated several times, but
Yeah, but in the last few weeks.
not the last few weeks. I think it's a while back, the last
Okay.
one. But
Then
there was the big Philip Ellis update, and then there was one update to make it just a little bit more drivable for beginners.
Ah, okay. Didn't know that. Yeah, that's okay. Then the car might be a bit slow now. I don't know.
Maybe. It's still a handful on the brakes.
Keep digging. V2. That lap was a 149.28.
Yeah, Philip is crazy fast in this cars.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
crazy
this-
fast in all cars.
Yeah.
GT3 as well. Okay, 2 push to pass left. Lasse Oiner's just half a second behind me.
Sector 2 is clear. Okay, George, don't let this guy distract you.
How much time left?
3 minutes. Oh, what happened?
Sector 3 is yellow.
Connection lost.
Really?
This looks like another server crash.
Hmm.
'Cause I don't think it was me, no.
Well, someone left the server. But I think
I only noticed that somebody disappeared in my rearview mirror, and then I got connection lost. Yeah, it's everybody else.
Well, for me,
As
everything's fine.
Yeah, it might just be that server that we are running on. We don't necessarily need to be running on the same server, I guess. Well, that's too bad. Could have been a nice podium position, but what can you do?
Nothing.
No, but I hope that sim racing system will sort those initial issues out. Of course, a server can always crash.
No.
But
It's the first day.
yeah, it is the first
Right.
day that it's available. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I also had a good race, but what can you do? Well, anyway, we had a lot of good races today. Not so much in the evening, but in the afternoon. And I'm sure the server stability will be worked on. I don't know, should we do one more race after this one?
Which car?
There is Formula 4 on Silverstone in half an hour.
Hmm.
I think I will do that one. That's gonna be the last race for me tonight. Well, I guess it depends, because there's only 5 people registered right now.
When does the race start?
Half an hour. I'm
Okay.
sure we could probably end up filling one server. But maybe we'll just call it a night for today.
Do we have to stay on the server when the race is finished?
Well, just stay there until the countdown finishes, obviously, and then, yeah, just leave normally.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think I'll call it a night, at least for the stream, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll make sure to register on Sim Racing System so we can race in the future together. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Subscribe if you haven't yet, like the video and all that jazz, and then yeah, until next time, take care, goodbye.